Hello and welcome to my live stream for the evening. Let me just go post in the Discord that I'm going live now. I'm gonna drop the link to the Discord to join. Set this link to networks. Okay, so anybody that is new to my channel, I am a Bitcoin and altcoin trader. Basically what I do is trade cryptocurrency. If you don't know what that is, I highly recommend looking into it. But today's video or live stream is going to be basically like a market roundup, but that's tomorrow. It's going to be live trading with live answers. So if you have any questions, let me know. Welcome and welcome, Jacuzzi and Ryan. Let me see if I can get this live chat window to actually pop out. I should be able to. I'm not exactly sure how to do that. Maybe somebody in my Discord can let me know. And also, I'm gonna go post on Twitter real quick that I'm live. Welcome everybody that's joining on YouTube. Trading. Okay. So yeah, I've got a list of coins we're gonna go over today. We're gonna go over NOV, XBC, Bitcoin Plus, Bitcoin Dash, Zcash, Monero, Litecoin, Sia, Factum, Lisk, and Ethereum. Welcome Matthew, Jacob, Josh, Brian, and Jacuzzi. If any of you guys know how to pop this chat window out so that I can actually, let's see, pop out chat. Aha, never mind. I just wasn't looking at it good enough. But yeah, this way I can actually go over the markets. Speaking of which, I should probably switch screens so that we don't go 30 minutes into a live stream of my face again, because that's always fun when I do that. Yeah, so this might actually make it harder to, is there a way to make it so it doesn't minimize? Show as tab. No, that didn't exactly work. Oh well, we'll see. Yeah, maybe I can drag it into, nope. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. So we're gonna go over some coins today, and we're gonna start with and this, I'm gonna be looking for one to hop in on too. So if you guys see any to hop in on, I'm doing day trading, so be watching out for 1 minute candlesticks to land on a Fibonacci going down with high volume. Any coin that does that, I generally get pretty good signals. Now let's go over NOV. So I'll be looking for markets to trade too. So I'm gonna put some money into a coin, probably about $100, if I find one that looks like a good entry signal. And I'll let you guys know. I'll be doing both the 1 minute, so I'll look at it on the 1 minute real quick to see if I can day trade it, and then I'll go over on a little bit more time. So okay, awesome. Let's see, any more questions? Okay, I still need to get that other monitor. I have 2 monitors, I just haven't set it up yet. I think it would help a lot so that I can have the live chat on one side and maybe a couple charts open on the other. So NOV is pretty low right now as far as like day trading goes, but I wouldn't enter right here. It's not giving me any significant signals other than oversell on RSI. It looks like it's oversold, so that could be an entry signal. But you want to, I generally like to put like some fib levels up and see what our support and resistance zones are. And the way that you want to do this is as accurately as possible. Okay, so this actually might be a good entry in NOV. That's the 23%, and that actually might be a good entry point day trading in NOV. That's a support level. So let's go ahead and hop over. I think you can trade NOV on. Yeah, obviously, because yeah. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad, honestly, as far as an entry signal goes. Yep, I'm gonna check out XMR in this video too. You started making videos? Nice. Drop the link to your channel and I'll go subscribe to you. I'd love to see more people doing what I'm doing. I'm kind of, honestly, like one of the first to do this. Oh yeah, this is a pretty good entry. So I'm actually going to hop in on NOV right here. The 880 Satoshi per NOV. And then I'm going to drop a stop. Probably going to drop a stop at like this wick right here. So like 8149 Satoshi. So we'll just type that in here on Poloniex. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 8921, I believe, or 8721 maybe. 8124. Wow, that was clever. All right, yeah, and then. So you want to put the limit a little bit higher in value than the stop, because the stop is like actually the order and the limit is what triggers the order. So that's what I like to do. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. Oh no, I got that backwards. Sorry. I don't know why I did that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Now it will sell at 824 when the price hits 8128. So that ensures that if there's a lot of dumping, the order doesn't get missed, right? You still land on that order. That's the idea behind it. Is the screen frozen for you guys? It should be strange. Is it frozen? Yeah, the video part is frozen. All right, sorry about that. Let me try and restart this stream. I restarted. I'm gonna exit that and actually bring, yeah, there we go. That's just a little bit easier for me still, honestly, to do that. So, yeah. Okay. Now I have everything organized. Okay, awesome. It's good now? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you guys for letting me know on that. I don't want to stream an entire stream where it's wrong. So yeah, I bought in right here on Altcoin, so I'm just going to leave this tab open and put that as my entry and put this as my stop, and then just carry a stop line over here so that I can see if my stop loss in the next little while. And I'm going to copy this chart, open a new tab so that we can go over to the other coins. But yeah, we're entered in Altcoin with about $100, and we have a stop set right at the bottom of this wick, which is 0.00008144. So about 8,144 Satoshi is our stop loss, and our entry is at 8,800 Satoshi. It's frozen again. Interesting. Let me see what I can do here to fix this. This isn't good to have going on for sure. Let me close out of a lot of tabs and see if it's just because I'm trying to run too much on my processor right now. I'll bet you it's because I'm just trying to overload my processor a little bit too much with stuff. Sometimes I get a little carried away with what I've got open. Oh, why do I have that running right now? Wow. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting it working right now. I'm just closing out of a bunch of stuff for some reason. There we go. Um, tell me if that's better. Let's see if that's any better here. Okay, is it working for you guys? Let me know if it isn't. I'm just going to switch between scenes here, see if that does anything. Is it working for you guys fine? Sorry about the issues I'm having here. I don't know what exactly could be causing this. It could be bandwidth problems. Is it working for you guys though? Yes, it's working. Okay. Alright, yeah, I know I always have infinite screens in like all of my videos because of OBS. But just let me know again if it isn't working, because that would not be cool. So yeah, we're entered at 880 Satoshi, which is right here. I'm day trading. This is 1 minute candlesticks on NOV. Now let's actually look at NOV on a bigger time scale. So let's check out NOV on like a 4-hour time scale and see what it looks like. So it's been doing pretty well, honestly. I wouldn't like enter a position right now until I have a trending confirmation that it's going to keep going above this level right here. So if it keeps going up above that level, then I would consider it to be trending upwards still. Now, I would look for a better entry than this usually, because what you want is what's called a primary entry. So a primary entry is when you enter at the very bottom of a trend. So if we go to 1-day candlesticks here, yeah, I'm using OBS, and thank you. I appreciate that for the outfit. If I look at a little bit further back here, you can see that this would technically be the primary entry of all time for this coin. Now, you don't always want, you don't always consider all time. If you're only trading in a certain given period of time, like a couple weeks, or maybe you're day trading like I am right now, then you would look at about that much time. So let's say that I only want to trade it for 24 hours or so. Then I can pull up about 24 hours worth of time and look for a good primary entry. And what you want to be doing as a trader is waiting for coins to get down to primary entry points. So if you're trading it in a week interval of time, then you go and zoom out to a week, and you want to wait until the market drops to a point in which it doesn't look like it's going below. And the way that you define a bottom formation, I talk a lot about 1, 2, 3 bottoms, but this is clearly a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation that happened. So here's the 1 point, and that's defined when it hits a new low, and it doesn't have to be a completely new low. Like I said, this is only relative to about a week or so of trading, because you're only trading about that long. So there's the 1, there's the 2, and here's the 3. So the way it works is it's defined when it finds a new low, and then it comes up to test a high, and then the 3 point is where it goes down to test that low, fells to, and continues breaking high. And you look to buy in at the 2 point. So that would have been an entry signal right here. Oops, that's not where I meant to draw. Right here, where I have this black line, that's an entry signal. Alright, so now I'm going to check out some other coins here, because as far as what NOV is doing right now, it looks like it's trending up, but I would look for a better entry, right? So that's basically how I feel about NOV. Now, I did enter day trading, but that's a different story, because I'm only paying attention to a day's worth of time, because that's all that's relative to me, because I'm only planning on holding it for that long, right? So if you're not planning on holding it for a huge portion of time, why would you ever go look at all of the price history? Yes, you can get better signals sometimes, so it's useful to look at it, but still, if you're only relative in that time frame, it's better to do that. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and check out XBC now. All right. How come this interval is not applicable? What does that even mean? I'm not sure what that one means. Still looking over. I see I'm checking my NOV trade because I have my entry written down or drawn in this line right here, and I have my stop loss in this pink line, and so I'm just keeping an eye on it. I look at it every so often in between checking out these other markets because I'm trading it. Alright, let me see if I can get this to come down with a... Oh, this isn't... Okay, yeah, that's a stock. Sorry, that's not XBC, actual XBC. Yeah, I'm actually gonna pull up the Ichimoku cloud for you guys here because I generally use Ichimoku and RSI. Those are usually my favorite. So yeah, let's go into XBC here. Bitcoin Plus. There we go. And that's what I was checking out. Yeah. Is it though? Is it though, Dallin? Yeah, Bitcoin Plus. Pfft, silly me. Yeah, 94,000 XBC. That's really, really important as to where the price could go in XBC. Because supply and demand is super vital to price. That's why it's up to $76 already, right? Or whatever, $66 is because of the low supply and high demand. Now, as far as day trading, I wouldn't enter this. I probably would have looked for a primary entry point right here. That would have been a really good entry point because you could sell any given point in time along this point and still have made an entire Fibonacci in profit. So that would have been a pretty good entry point right there. But I wouldn't enter day trading this. Now let's look at it in a little bit more time so we can maybe get an idea of where it's going in the next little while. Now, this is a pretty heavy pump, but I don't think this is just a straight pump and dump, honestly. I think it actually has a little potential. So, I will say it's bounced off this 38% fib, and if this does in fact hold true to be an uptrend, then the 38% fib is really important. You see that happen in Ethereum and stuff before it made its huge run. They always come up, hit a new high, and then come test the 38. Any questions people have? Will whales go in and out of altcoins a lot? Yes, whales are always in and out of altcoins. That's just a natural thing that happens. People with a lot of capital are going to play these markets because there's a lot of money to make on them. So you can pretty much always expect whales, at least on some level. Now, this could continue uptrending, but if it is in a triangle right now, which it could be, I usually look for triangles in trends like this. If it is in a triangle like this, then I would want it to break above the triangle, and then I would try to enter right at that triangle point or fall out of the triangle. So that would tell me where this market is going in the next little while. But honestly, it looks pretty bullish in my opinion. So that's XBC in a little bit more time frame. It's all speculation as usual, so don't take anything I say as just pure fact. Now let's look at Bitcoin. Now, of course, anything I say as to where the direction in the market is going. That, because I do teach a lot of fact, but it's a different type of, fact. It's not where the coin is going. It's how to figure out where a coin is going if you like to. Now, as usual, entry points is the most important thing, because if you enter at a really, really low price in the market, you're a lot safer, right? You have a lot more opportunity to sell. It's less panic mode, which is really, really good. Alright, so Again, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Just say or just, say high altitude or whatever in the chat so I know you're talking to me, because there's some other conversations going on. All right, so Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is still in its trend line, and I honestly feel pretty good about it in the next little while. I'm hoping that everything goes through with the fork, and we can all just forget about the fact that, that way we can actually update and scale Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can update and scale, then it will die. And that's just fact, because altcoins will continue to develop either way. So basically what I'm looking for is an update in Bitcoin and a fork. And yes, that would negatively affect the price, but I will say that usually markets sell the news, they buy the rumor and sell the news. So if it is true that we are having a hard fork and there's a lot of FUD right now, this could be the bottom of where the FUD is from the hard fork dump, right? So there's a lot of FUD dumping off the price of Bitcoin, and that could be the lowest it goes from here. It's possible. It's still in its trend, it's still in its channel, and until it breaks below its trend and channel, then I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. But I will say that there are some bearish moves in the market, like this swing below the 0% on the MACD. See these two lines? That's pulling the market down. Now we'll see what happens, but that's what I'm looking for in Bitcoin. Long term, I feel like it's a good investment if everything pulls through with the development in the technology itself. What would be a good start investment in altcoin that hasn't pumped yet? Honestly, some of the best entry points are altcoins that have been pumped, depending on what your definition of pumped is. Like XMR pumped up really, really high. See, we're actually, our entry point on this day trade could be good. We'll see if it swings up and then we can sell out. But honestly, some of the best thing to do is, instead of investing in a coin, so instead of investing your knowledge and money and ideas about something into an actual coin, it's usually better to just if you want to actually trade in a manner that isn't just buy and hold, which is, buy and hold has its benefits. And if you're looking to buy and hold, I would recommend doing one that has a good track record, like Bitcoin. Something that you can buy and hold and set a stop loss in case it falls, so that you don't actually risk too much of your account balance in that trade. But I wouldn't say there's a specific one that I'm looking at right now, except for Zcash. Really, I've been trading Zcash a lot, and I feel like it's probably a good investment. So if you're looking for something to invest in, then I would honestly go for something like Zcash, where it's bottomed out pretty hard. How do you get those Fibonacci and green purple rectangles? So the green and purple, great question. The green and purple rectangle is called a pitchfork. So let me go ahead and draw this pitchfork in Bitcoin for you guys. And the way that you do that is you click on this, and it's the pitchfork here on the left. You can click down for more options, like the Fibonacci retracement if you want to draw it. This is tradingview.com. And then you find the bottom of a trend. So that's the bottom of the trend in Bitcoin. And then you find the top of a high that it hit after that trend, and then you pull down into the channel in which it's being traded into. So I just pulled this part down into this channel that it's been traded into. So that's what that is. And the Fibonacci, you just do the same thing, just with the fib retracement feature. All right, so that's Bitcoin for you. Now let's look at Dash. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all of them today. We'll see. I'm streaming until 8 p.m. just so you guys know, or around 8 p.m. So Dash is really high right now, guys. And it has hit resistance. So I will say that it could go up from here. I highly doubt it. The first thing I like to do in a trade like this is get a little bit more better view. So 4-hour candlesticks maybe from where the trend started. This kind of looks double top-ish, honestly. But it could go either way, obviously. But this looks pretty double top-ish to me. We did just hit some support, so it might swing up for a little bit because we hit this support right here, 61%. And a lot of people like to buy at that range. And it could go up from here. So if you want to enter, this isn't a bad entry point. And then you just set a stop loss. If you want to risk it, you can enter right here and set a stop loss. But a lot of markets like this that pump up really hard will pull back an equal amount, like XMR did. And I'll show you that here in a second. But it is pretty high valued right now, and it could go down quite a bit from here. It could go what's called parabolic. It's when the market comes up and then dumps off like that, right? It's a parabolic move in the market. So, yeah, you're welcome, Carolite. I heard technical analysis was outdated. See, here's the thing. If it works, it's not outdated, right? And for me, technical analysis works great. Markets draw these lines. It's math. Order comes out of chaos, and that's what happens. That's why these lines draw the way they do, is because when there's a lot of chaos in something, that order forms from it. And that's exactly what's happening in markets. And so technical analysis works because there's mathematical reactions to everything. And there's a lot of psychology too behind it, but you'd be surprised how much of it can be broken down into math if you know how to just follow some really basic rules. So this is what's called a breakout pattern. This is where it bottomed out right here and then broke out like right here. And since that breakout pattern, we've seen quite significant increases in the value of Zcash. So if I draw a fib level here, you can see that it's just recently came down and tapped some support a little bit, though I will say it hasn't gone down all the way. But you do have to remember that these fib levels can be kind of moved around in the market. So if you want to put it on the body right here, you can put it on the top of the wick or the bottom of the bodies, right? So you can either put it on the top of the wick or the top of the body, I mean. So if you put it on the top of the body right here, you can see that that is a support level. But if you put it on the top of the wick, it's actually not quite a support level. Almost, though. So it's close enough for me to call it good either way. It's a support level either way. But you want to make sure that you have your fib levels in the right spot. Make sure you stay at me if you're asking me a question too. Just a little reminder. All right. Oh, hey, look. Our NAV pumped up. So let's go ahead and sell a portion of our position in profit to ensure some profit. So I'm going to go ahead and sell 500 NAV at 906. So that's just ensuring about 50, some profit while we have it. All right, and then I'm going to set a sell order for about 927. And the way that I'm picking that is just because I'm using fib levels, and which are these orange lines in the background. I'm just kind of going up. Normally when it bottoms out like this hard on a support level like I seen, then you'll have at least a pump up to the next fib level for resistance. So that's what I'm looking to do, is sell out at that next fib level up in resistance. Welcome, Pygos. It's good to see you join in for the live stream. Shout out to the Netherlands. All right, so Zcash is looking, relatively good. I'm actually holding some Zcash right now in my personal account, long buying and holding. So that's what I'm kind of looking at. It feels like a pretty safe bet, and there's a lot of interest in this. So if you look at the RSI on the bottom, the relative strength index, this is an indicator, it's giving a pretty good entry signal right here on this trending that's going on, this little trend in this channel. So the RSI actually shows trending too. And you can pull along these resistance lines in the trend, and that can give you entry and exit signals. See right here where it pumped clear up out and above, that's a pretty good exit signal on the RSI. This would have been another exit signal, but it didn't give you that would have cut you out of the trade pretty quickly because it wouldn't have given you another entry point, and so you would have missed out on a little profit. But this could be a good secondary entry point in Zcash. That's what I'm looking at. Now Monero. But like I said, you always want to look for primary entries. Secondary entries are not near as good. Alright, so XMR is looking pretty good right now, but this can be a bearish signal, just so you guys know. This could be resistance, and it can be a bearish signal, but it is showing oversold on the RSI, which is an entry point. Entry point right there, as you can see. And see, this is what happened in XMR I was talking about, where you had an equal pullback, where it pulled back to basically the area it broke out of. So that's really common in markets. It's a symmetrical move like that. Now XMR is looking pretty good. Like, there's a lot of uptrending as far as like a long-term view on XMR. That's a pretty nice trend line. If you ask me, that's a really good trend line. Now I do like to look for a small pullback, especially since it kind of hit resistance in that same spot. So that's something you want to be paying attention to, is that it did hit resistance basically right where it hit last time. So that could be a big bearish signal. I doubt it. I highly doubt it, because it's mainly trending up. But and it has hit support right here. So if you're long term, that might not be a bad entry, but I would be looking to enter right here if possible. If possible, I'd be trying to go for the next fib down, the 50. But 61%, that's not a bad entry. It's always better to get better entries, so of course. Yes, indicators are nice, but price action and patterns are the most important thing. I agree with that a lot. Yes, the 0.18 and the 0.786. Those are very big professional traders, and especially like bankers and stuff, look to buy in those areas on the thing. Alright, so how'd I accidentally get rid of my indicators? Oh well. Anyways, I'll bring them back in a second. Now let's go over Litecoin. I should be able to get all the ones I'm trying to in today's video. No, I generally just trade BTC in every market, just because like the way that I trade, it doesn't really matter what I'm going against. It's more just like the setup for the trade, right? Oh, hey, look, we sold out some of our NOV. That's good. Now let's put that other sell out at 927. Okay, so that's not a bad trade. Little profit right there. I had about 100, I think it was like $105 earlier, and we have 109 now. So, I just put in a little Bitcoin and then day trade it and then pull it out, because I don't trust exchanges too much, honestly. But yeah, that wasn't a bad entry point in NOV, so that was a pretty good move. Yeah, so let's look at Litecoin. Litecoin could have bottomed out here. It does look kind of like a breakout pattern and a 1, 2, 3 bottom. So if you look, then this could be a 1, 2, 3 bottom, and this could be a breakout pattern. And until it breaks below this area, it is trending up right now. So It's in an uptrend right now. Doesn't look too bad. It does look a little, maybe possibly overbought. Let me see what our indicators are telling us. Relative strength index. Oh, there they went. They were there the whole time, just hidden. All right. No, it's not too bad on the overbought actually, but you know, I would be looking to find a better entry point than that. That's not terrible if you're going really long, but maybe it is just catching on that trend. But I still wouldn't be surprised at all if we see an equal comeback and then maybe some support caught at somewhere around here. And I like to at least expect that the market will pull equally back unless I have a perfect trade setup. This isn't exactly the best entry, but it might not be a bad third entry. But that's the thing. After a third entry point, usually a market will do some pulling back. So, you know, that's what I see in Litecoin. It could do really well, and this could be a breakout pattern. So down the road, especially long term, this might be well, especially if segregated witness ever comes to be a thing with that. So it's definitely one to keep your eye on for sure. So I appreciate the person that shouted that out. I'm gonna quickly drop the Discord chat link one more time here for you guys in case you aren't part of it. Yeah, okay. Making sure I didn't have any extra questions. Yeah, that wasn't a bad trade at all on NOV, especially for live, you know, market trading like that. It can be a little bit tricky, but it was a perfect trade setup. I mean, I just happened to catch it right there, and so I went ahead and hopped in. Yeah, so Siacoin is looking pretty good. This does look like a bottom formation here, and we are seeing some trending, so that's a good sign. I will say that the trending isn't anything crazy yet. It isn't pumping up super hard, but this does look like it could go quite higher from here. I will say that. I will say that it could go quite a bit higher from here. But, so yeah, I might think that it would hit resistance somewhere around here before it hit resistance too much right here. Might hit some temporary resistance right here, but this one is pretty speculative, but that is a pretty good bottom formation. So, you know, look for a good entry point, but this could, especially long term, this could be a good investment in the next few months with that bottom formation. So, all right, but that, I will say, that isn't too big of a bottom formation. Oh, what happened to my volume? Wow, that's seriously, volume is extremely important. Wow, volume is one of my, well, I mean, if you want to consider an indicator. Yeah, see, we've had some pretty good increase in volume here too. It's not anything more than like what we've seen in the past. And as far as like all time, it isn't even the worst, you know, the worst bottom. But this is a similar chart pattern into what I see in, go look at, let's see, New Economy Movement. Go look at New Economy Movement. You'll see a pretty similar chart pattern to this. So it could be a good buy, because when New Economy Movement did this, it was a really big swing. So, all right, checking out Factum. Just finishing up here. Show more confluences.
Epic Design said, never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you.
What?
Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Do you guys hear that? Did you guys hear what like my computer sound was making? That was really scary. I'm gonna be honest. That was really scary. I don't really know what happened there. Alright. Discord? Okay. 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 You guys just trolled me so hard. Oh my goodness. All right, so yeah, it looks like I sold out that secondary part of my position in NOV. Let's see what I ended up in profit. Looks like I got, $4 from that trade. That's a pretty small one, but it is, a successful day trade, so that's always good. Factom does look pretty good right now, I will say that. It's one I think is very undervalued. I feel like the Factom blockchain is undervalued, and I would not be surprised if it does something like Dash did, where it just goes extremely parabolic and goes way up in value. But it's all speculation, and
Epic Design said the science
entry
doesn't get
points
enough
and
breaks
stop
down
losses
there.
is the most important thing. I'm gonna figure out where that sound is coming from, because I can't keep getting rickrolled like that. Come on, guys. I'll just turn down the speaker's volume all the way. That should fix the problem, honestly. Yeah, it's from Discord. Somebody is trolling me pretty bad, but that's alright. Whatever. Trolls.
Epic Design said thirks.
Well, I am a troll, definitely. Alright, yeah, so this is resistance right now, as far as long term goes, but that doesn't mean that it's not going up past this, because it's hit this resistance quite a few times. 1, 2, 3, and 4 now. So
Epic
it would
Design
not
said
surprise me if we have a pretty nice run in Factom, especially on the long term. So be watching out for that. It's definitely a good one to look at. All right. Lisk and Ethereum. You can still hear it. You drag it, swing low to swing high. That still depends on the person. Hold on. Yes, that is one way to do it. There are people that do it the other way though too, just so you know. I am going to close out of this completely. I don't know exactly what I can do. Oops. Is that fixed it, guys? Sorry about that. All right, what is this? Oh, some of my trading view ideas. It gets out of hand at times, honestly. Oh, wow. All right. So, Lisk long term looks, pretty iffy. It hasn't exactly done a specific bottom yet, and it looks like it's kind of pumping out. It could have made a bottom formation, but until it proves to be a breakout pattern where it actually continues to trend up, so we see some movement that tells it to continue to trend up, then I would, I wouldn't consider this to be the best investment. And this is a terrible entry point. Well, not terrible. You can never say it's terrible, but it's not what I would look for, because it could go either way, at any point in time. Okay, cool. Got that fixed. That was weird. I got trolled heavy today on live stream. That's gonna be on YouTube. Let's see here. How come I can't get these to stay? They keep disappearing. Trading view can be odd sometimes, but yeah. So that's what I'm looking at in Lisk. I wouldn't say that's the best entry point. Now let's check out Ethereum, and then we'll answer some questions and call it a day. Thanks for everybody that tuned in, by the way, too. All right, so good old Ethereum. This is a pretty interesting one. I think that it might not be done pumping. That's depends on a lot of different factors, but I will say, let's go into 2 hours here, try and get this trending a little bit better. All right, so I will say that I wouldn't exactly enter where it is right now, but hold on. Depending on your trading plan and style, of course, everything is very subjective to your trading plan and style because everybody does it different. If there's one thing I've learned from teaching YouTube about trading is everybody trades differently. All right. So, this isn't, that's not bad. It might pull back just a little bit for a better entry point. It bounced off that fib though, and until it breaks below this fib, then, well, and even if it does break below this fib, it could come test this one, or it could come test this one and keep uptrending. There's nothing saying that it won't, but I will say that if it holds above this fib, it has a lot more up support, and a lot of up support in a market is good to be looking for. So from a day trader's perspective, that's not the best entry. So if we go into 1 minute candlesticks, yeah, that's not a very good entry from a day trader's perspective. It's pretty oversold and looks pretty dumpish on the 1 minutes. But as far as like a longer period of time, Ethereum could go either way right now. But I think until its uptrend isn't intact, we're holding pretty good. It looks good to me. It looks like a pretty good investment until the uptrend isn't intact. So if it like breaks this level or even this level, it's pretty hard, then you would see that the trend is reversed significantly a lot. But that doesn't, it really depends on where you're looking to enter, how long you're looking to hold, and all of that good stuff. Or do it like you do right now, but then put it in reverse mode in the options. Oh, reverse mode in the options. You can do that? I didn't know that. Thank you, Pygos. Pygos is pretty awesome. He's given me a lot of good tips. Funny thing about teaching is you learn a lot from your students. That's why it's so good. That's why everybody in this community is learning so much, is because we can all help each other. All right, there you go. Sorry about that. You're right. I do need to be doing it this way. It's better to have it that way, but people do it 2 different ways. Just like I've seen it quite in like professional traders will do it either way. I think we just missed the bull flag on ETH. It just broke out. Yes. It's very, very good to have all of these people all coming together in a community to teach each other, because that's really the goal, is that we can all learn something here. Yeah, so that's, we went ahead and bought NOV right here earlier today. Wow, I need to get my phone on silent. We went ahead and bought NOV earlier today in the start of this stream and sold most of it right here, and that was a pretty good little trade. That's a few satoshis, and every satoshi counts. So that was something. I seen that because of a support level on the day trading, 1 minute candlesticks, and that worked out pretty nicely for me. So yeah, that was cool. And yeah, Ethereum could definitely go either way right now. We're still holding inside of a triangle though. So if you want to draw a triangle, that can be a pretty good way to trade these type of markets, is with triangle trading. And every market moves differently, but a lot of times these huge parabolic trends like that, where they just pump super hard, you'll find that they'll follow a triangle shape pretty good. So we'll see where it goes from here, but That's what I'm seeing. I will say that it might be a little bit bearish and could test support, but this could go either way. It kind of reminds me of the way Bitcoin broke out when it hit 750. When it looks a lot like this when it hit 550, first little resistance zone, just like this. And it kept going up after that. So that's how I feel about that, is it could go either way. Yeah, I'm going to try and get a lot of live trading in. And oh, John. Yes, I try to be a pretty nice guy. Thank you. Yeah, so thank you guys all for tuning in today. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll quickly round up the market here. Let me refresh coin market cap. So we have a total market capitalization today of $24,655,862,211. We have a 24-hour volume of $530,455,357. We have a BTC dominance of 68.3%, which I will say is down a little bit. We can check on that graph. Bitcoin's price is at over 1,000 right now. Ethereum's holding over 50. Dash is holding over 80. Monero is holding over 15. Litecoin's holding over 4. Ethereum's holding over 2. New Economy over 1 cent, Augur over $9, and MadeSafe over 15 cents, and Zcash over $60. So those are, the top 11. And if we look, we do see a pretty significant trend in Bitcoin total market capitalization lost. But I will say that Bitcoin pulls back. See, as you can see, when it hits a new low, it pulls back. So we could see a pullback, very soon in Bitcoin. And the altcoin market capitalization is very high right now. So those are things to be paying attention to, is where the volume is going and why. That's very important. John, that's funny. But yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in today. I appreciate every viewer, and go ahead and go to digitalcurrencytraders.com. The link is in the description, and use my promotion code. Lumbridge City taught me a lot of what I know, and for $449, that's a pretty good deal for this lifetime membership and course into the community. Use the promotion code in the description here, HighAltitude20, and you can get 20% off, which is quite a bit off of that course, and I think it's worth every penny. He's a very good teacher, and you can take the How to Earn Free Bitcoin one. He's making over $3,000 a month with that free course, so you can only imagine what his paid course can do for you. That's in free Bitcoin. He's earning that, and you can talk to him about it. You can email him. He's a really good person, and he's helped me a lot, taught me a lot about what I know in trading. And so go ahead and check out his course, digitalcurrencytraders.com. Use my promotion code, HighAltitude20, HighAltitude20, by the way. And then it's HighAltitude INV at Twitter if you want to follow me. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in today. And go ahead and get a hold of me if you have any questions. Feel free to email me. I always try and answer to the best of my ability. And, if you have a video suggestion, let me know. Comment it in the description, or really just a suggestion for my channel in general, let me know. I have the Bitcoin tip jar if you like what I'm doing. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Hopefully you guys had a good live stream. Again, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. That's what this extra video for the day is a 1,000 subscriber gift, another one. So yeah, and then also within 3 months, I'm releasing a big beginner course. And so I will give you guys links to all of that once it's ready, and probably give you the link to the curriculum and stuff before I release the course, so you can check it out and see what I'm at with it and working on it. And yeah, that's basically everything for the day. Thank you guys so much, and as always, stay profitable.